He's just muted.
Added to the whole situation here.
All right, get ready to be loud.
Yeah.
What's up, shitheads?
So on my
What's
it
up?
doesn't play that. It doesn't play the intro. I don't hear it.
Yeah, you have to
didn't hear it?
unmute it on the phone.
It's like auto. Yeah. So I didn't
Ah. Well, that's all right. You can always go back and watch it later.
No. Yeah, I mean, it's usually whenever I'm at home and I listen to it, it's super loud. So it's not
Yeah.
that I don't. It is. I don't know how to make it quiet at home. Whoops.
Turn the volume down.
Yeah, it's too much work. You know I ain't gonna do that.
All right. We have ended the regular season. And, of course, it got pretty damn crazy at the end of the regular season, too, in the last week. The last week's matchups, I ended up coming from behind and beating Tyler, thanks to Derrick Henry's 2 touchdowns in the fourth, or 1 touchdown in the fourth quarter. And Chig Okonkwo getting some catches on those last 2 drives by the Titans, making that miraculous comeback against the Dolphins. But I beat Tyler 157.54 to 147.92. Trey did what he had to do, but it still wasn't enough. Beat Grant Collins 159.34 to 147.82 to get into a tie at 12 and 16 for the last playoff spot, but didn't make it. Hayden beat Jed 130.24 to 86.88. Chase defeated Sweet Pea 150.52 to 136.62. And then Grant Robinson beat Wendell 135.08 to 101.4. So some pretty good matchups.
Yeah, I have questions. Is there a scenario in which Trey could have scored enough points to make the playoffs?
I don't think so.
He would have. So for Trey to have made the playoffs based on it, he would have had to have either one of 2 things happen in these other games. He would have either had Hayden have to lose because Hayden outscored him by a pretty significant margin, I believe.
Well, Hayden's first 5. Hayden's first 5 weeks were like really ridiculous. If I remember.
So Hayden outscored Trey by 100 points.
Okay.
So that was not likely. The other thing would have been if Grant Collins would have missed the median, but the crazy part about that is if he would have missed the median and scored the same amount of points he did, Grant actually would have made it over Trey by 0.06.
Oh, gosh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, Grant had 1,790.9 points on the season, and Trey had 1,790.84.
So basically, there was nothing that could be done.
So now that Trey made the playoffs, I'm sorry, Trey did not make the playoffs, but he scored so well the last week, and it pushed him back to the draft spot, 3?
Yes.
What's the gap between 1 and 3 there? I'm really interested to know that.
I actually have that right here to pull up on the screen. So Jed had 1,974.10 potential points. Wendell was 7.32 behind him at 1,981.42. Then it jumps to 2,047.44 with Trey because of his last couple weeks.
Wow.
And then Grant Robinson is 4th at 2,171.68. So those 4 are locked in. They will be the top 4 picks in the draft, and then we will get the remaining picks based on how the playoffs play out. Now, again, so whoever loses these 2 games, so like, say it's Hayden and Grant Collins, they lose this week. Will it go based off potential points for that order for those 2?
So I think
is that what we said?
I think that last year we did a continuation of the playoff, did we not? But we only had 4 teams, so I don't know how that worked. But like last year, I know we played. I don't remember if this is what I don't remember exactly, but for some reason I'm thinking we did There's only 4 teams that made it. The 2 teams that made it through the first round obviously played for the championship, and then the other 2 teams played one another for second or for third and fourth. I think it would probably be wise to just have people, as they get eliminated, to just default to what their potential points are for the year. So, if Grant loses because then
Does third place get money?
yeah, I think I can't remember what Will's got a message that or we sent it. I think.
If third place gets money, then the outcome of that game determines draft position. I think that's what we should do.
Yeah.
But then that should just be the top 4.
Yeah, the
And then
5 and
5 and
6. The 5 and 6.
5
So
and
the
6
losers of the
points.
first playoff, you can put to potential points, or
Yeah.
you can have them match up the very next week and determine who wins 5th, 6th. But the problem is why win that game if there's not going to be any money involved. So probably 5th and 6th, you do
Yeah, I agree.
potential points.
But do you include the first week of the playoffs in potential points, or does it just go by regular season?
I think just go by regular season.
regular
All right.
season?
Just let it. You've already got it concrete. It's already set right there. Let's just do
Yep.
regular.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go based off of this, and then we'll see how that rides out for the next couple spots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, speaking of being the top seed, does anyone have any comments on my fantasy year this year?
well, let's see if you can get some fantasy championships.
I'm not going to win a single one of them. I'm going to lose every one. I'm literally the top seed in every league that I'm in this year. Number 1. I have a bye, and next week I have 0 games.
Yep.
I guarantee you I don't win a single championship.
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, surely I can win 1 out of 3. Surely I can.
But probably not.
But I probably won't, just because it would be funny. It has
Right.
nothing to do with like my team or anything. It would be funny if I had 3 teams that were ranked number 1 and then nothing. I get nothing out of it.
I'm excited the fact that I made the playoffs in my in all of my leagues. I do
that
have
no bench league. I would have made the playoffs had I beat Tyler the last week.
That's what you were saying. That's nuts.
That sucks.
And I was the 3rd highest scoring team last week,
Hey, what
and I
about
lost.
Homegirl finally getting a dub last
She
week?
finally
No, she
That's legal
didn't.
season
Finally-
got one.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah, what was the?
I texted her. I don't remember what day it was, but I was like, "Hey man, you might have to go get you a nice expensive bottle to celebrate this win." And she said, "I'm poor." I said, "Cheap bottle."
Yeah.
Cheap.
So,
That's great. I think that's more difficult than like winning a championship.
Yeah.
Like literally trying to start a good team and losing every
Yeah.
game.
Every game.
Every game but one. Every game but the last one. That's impressive.
And made it a little hectic there at the end because even though the other team had Herbert, they had Raheem Mostert, who scored those 2 touchdowns within like 30 seconds of each other, but ended up winning by 18 in that
Wow.
league.
Incredible.
Get first win of the year in the last week. Nuts.
yeah, crazy.
Just an off topic, but hilarious. Still fantasy football related, but it's for my other league. This guy, it's a 12-team PPR league. Okay, this draft is second place in our playoffs with a first week bye. This is his draft. Okay, Travis Kelce, number 1. Joe Mixon, number 2, round 2. Okay, Mike Evans, number 3. Terry McLaurin, 4th round. Ezekiel Elliott, 5th round. Darnell Mooney, 6th round. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 7th round. Rashad Bateman, 8th round. Zach Ertz, 9th round. Aaron Rodgers, 10th round. Damian Harris, 11th. And then the rest gets better. This guy
Sounds like they know how to work the waivers.
They worked the waiver. That is historically the worst draft that I've ever heard, and he is in second place in our draft, or in our in our league.
What's his
Yeah.
team
What's
look
his
like
team
now?
now? Yeah, what's he got now?
Let me pull it up.
See how we have to ask this, where it should just be given information. Like this
Why?
is
I would because
now.
the
He's second
thing
place.
is
Why is he in second place? Because that
I'm
team
betting-
did not get him there.
Puka, Kyron Williams,
no,
Raheem Mostert,
no,
Sam Laporta,
no. That's me.
Brock Purdy. Who were the
Brock
waiver
Purdy.
wire? Brock Purdy.
His team. This is his team: Brock Purdy, Joe Mixon, Raheem Mostert, Mike Evans, Cortland Sutton, Travis Kelce, Trey McBride, C.J. Stroud, Rashee Rice, and really that's about all the relevant players that he
When
has.
did he draft Mike Evans, or did he trade for him?
He drafted Mike Evans third round.
Yeah.
Third, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good pick. You can't be mad about that.
It's a good pick. It was a reach at that time, but
Probably looked stupid at that time, but
yeah, no, his I stand firmly behind that. That was the worst draft that I even texted him during the draft and being like, "Hey man, you good? Yeah, I'm just upstairs drafted." I was like, "Okay."
Who is it?
If that don't,
Jordan
if
Allen?
that don't scream out,
No,
hey,
no,
are
it's
you
not.
fucking- are you letting somebody else pick for you right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally I was
John,
concerned.
You're doing a shit job, bro.
Peace.
Peace. Yeah. Peace and
He
love.
thought it was one of those drafts where you let your wife do it and you don't give any input.
No,
Oh, man,
you know
I've
what
seen
he did wrong? He did not. This is his first year back in fantasy football in forever, apparently, and he just never used sleeper. But he favorited a bunch of players before
So
the
it all
draft,
started drafting
and the
them.
only thing he had open was his favorites. He didn't even have like all the players open, so he was like, "Oh, Ezekiel Elliott's next, great." And so he drafted him, even though there was like Kenneth Walker or somebody else that's available. Which, I mean, he doesn't have Ezekiel Elliott on his team anymore. It's historically a terrible draft, but he has worked the waiver wire. He's put a lot of effort in, and he is now has a first week bye in the playoffs. It's fucking stupid.
Nice.
A true Cinderella story.
Yeah.
Literally, everyone's rooting for him that isn't in the playoffs because everyone has made so much fun of him, saying that he will not win a single game in our league, and he is second place.
Nice.
Hey, I just saw the little matchups scroll across the screen, and I'm just curious. Chase, are you worried that Hayden's going to tear your other ACL in this matchup, or what? Because, I mean, he could hit you with a hard 1-2.
This is my redemption. This is my redemption matchup right here. For all the
This
all
is
the
where you're
years
gonna
of
carry
torment. This is this is my redemption.
Nice.
So there's
Although I shouldn't feel
playoff
very good
matchups.
about it because Justin Jefferson is still he's hurt, but he says he's going to play. I think Jamar Chase, DJ Moore is now on the injury report. My quarterback suck big donkey dick.
You
So,
said
yeah.
it, not us.
Can you
Should
do me
be
a favor, Chase? Are you looking at your team?
yeah.
Can you look at DJ Moore and just tell me what his points have been this year, game by game, just quickly?
Why?
Because I saw someone say the other day that if they could redraft it, he would be at the back end of their first round.
I mean, lately, yes, his production has been legit, but
I mean,
like
overall,
at the early
what's
at
he
the
ranked?
early start. So if we start week 1, 4.5, 16.4, 13.1, 27.1, 49, 10.1, 13.4, 9.5, 5.4, 10.9, 22.6, 22.4, 26.8.
So not bad. I mean, he's top 10 in his position, I assume. What is he?
He is number 7 wide receiver.
It's not bad. I mean, I guess you could probably justify it. I don't think he deserves first round. Top 12.
No, he for
definitely
a number
two or
7 wide
three.
receiver, you're probably looking at mid to late second round.
I think late second. Yeah, maybe early third, but probably late second.
Yeah, for a 10-team league, you're probably getting close to
10 team,
third, but still.
10 team, yeah, I'd say in 10 team you're in the third.
But yeah, he's been good. Was trying to trade his ass last year. No one wanted him. I'm glad I kept him.
Did you try to trade Rashad White too this year? Weren't you?
Yeah, trying to trade him for Aaron Jones. Thank God I didn't do that.
Yeah. So what's he ranked right now? What's Rashad White? Because Rashad White is like budget Christian McCaffrey, right? He's like the poor man.
He's number 4 running back in the league at the moment. Or no, wait, yeah,
He
number
was
31
dropped.
overall, number 4 running back.
He was dropped in my other league. Somebody dropped him.
Ugh.
Damn.
Dropped him, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. At that time, he was ranked number 6.
Damn,
They
since
dropped
week
him.
7, his
Did you swoop
lowest
in?
point total has
No,
been 13.
He's been good. He's been
Since
really
week
good.
7, his lowest point total has been 13. After that, he's 20.5, 19.6, 17.8, 17.8, 27.9, 17.9, 15.9. Damn.
And the crazy thing about that is that's kind of been quiet because you haven't even heard anything about him.
Right?
So,
He's just getting the volume.
yeah.
He's getting targets, lots of targets. I think he's
Yeah.
probably leading running backs for targets. Him or Alvin Kamara. I don't know who. I don't think it's Christian McCaffrey. I
Wonder
don't
if I
think.
can figure that out. Let's see here. Targets 2, 5, 3, 3, 4, 6, 7, 4, 3, 7, 2, 5, 2. So not that many targets.
I mean, it's probably 5 a game for a running back. That's pretty dang good.
He's only got 53 on this season targets, but he's got 48 catches. Alvin Kamara's got the most targets with 74, and Breece Hall was 66.
Because Derek Carr sucks.
McCaffrey 63, Bijan 61, Jahmyr Gibbs 58, Pollard 58.
Wish he'd let us trade him. Gosh damn it.
Tajay Spears is up there with 54.
Damn.
Titans.
It's impressive.
Breece Hall's up there because they suck and they can't run the ball, so they just pass it to him.
Did you see Zach Wilson got Player of the Week?
Well,
Yeah,
Because he was depressed.
Yeah, he actually played good.
Yeah.
I watched the game. He wasn't bad at all. I mean, I don't feel like I get to say that very often, but he wasn't
Right.
bad. Impressive for
Um,
Zach Wilson.
So one thing that I added here with the playoff matchups was recap of the regular season. So that was kind of cool that these playoff matchups are across divisions. So we've only played each other once. Chase defeated Hayden in week 8, 127.86 to 91.9. And I defeated Grant in week 9, 133.6 to 87.58. So,
Curb stompings.
yeah, we'll see how this week goes.
Let's
Teams
go.
are playing a lot different.
Nah, Hayden's team still sucks.
You should have said that, dude. You should not have said that.
Yeah,
Dude,
man.
I have no control of my players and what they do during the game. If
Yeah, you know-
I lose, I'm going to shit talk as much as I can.
Yeah.
My performance on the golf course is a little different. If I shit talk and then don't back it up, it's kind of.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it's a good thing. I beat all y'all, so it's good.
I mean, it's not saying much to beat me at this point in my life.
Right.
Hell, you have the most practice right now with your VR.
Well, I can't help it that you haven't bought one yet. I've tried to encourage you to spend the money on one.
He doesn't have it. He's not a real doctor.
He's doctor enough to have
Yeah.
you $100.
Yeah, I wonder how that translates to the golf course.
Oh, it does. There's no way it does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
dude, I was like,
that today. They said, "Do you think it translates to the course?" I was like, absolutely not. I don't.
Nice.
I was really good on Topgolf. I was doing stuff I could never do in real life.
I would agree with that. He couldn't do that in real life.
Yeah.
He was making contact. The ball was going forward.
I did do
Compared to backwards, is that what you mean?
I hit several. What they're called when they start out straight and then all of a sudden,
Banana balls.
right?
So it does consider like a lateral spin on it and everything.
Dude, yeah, the physics on it's incredible.
Interesting.
It's incredible. You can hit big old cuts. You can hit big old draws. If you set the difficulty up really hard, like if you put it on the highest difficulty, it's not like playing a good round of golf is not easy at all.
So it's
All
like
right, so
real
we're going
golf
to do that
or
at
what?
least once where we play with each other on the hardest difficulty and then play it every other time as normal.
I usually play on the middle level difficulty, and I'm starting to work it back to where like the I played around last night. I shot 6 under, I think. I played the middle on everything. Everything was middle except for the wind. I turned the wind off. Well, low, but I played in the middle on everything.
Nice.
Blast! Y'all are gonna love it. It's so stupid.
Top performers of the week. Lamar Jackson was number 1 quarterback with 32.
You're welcome.
Justin Fields with 25. Yeah, Lamar outscored Devontae Adams and Josh Allen last week by 1 combined.
Mm-hmm.
So
What was my record?
Why did that have to be?
I'm sorry. What was my record?
I don't know.
I think it had. I think the top number had a 2 in front of it. Did anybody else have a 2 in front?
You're
Is
a
it-
cunt.
Man,
Was I the only one?
damn, he went
No,
straight to
Jed's got a
He
2
will.
in front. It's just in front of the loss column instead of the win column.
Poor Jed. Jed's not even here to defend himself. Poor Jed.
Oh man.
Having a
Uh,
rough go at it.
Yeah. If you would have told me these top 5 were going to be in week 14, I would have told you you're out of your mind. It's Lamar, Justin Fields,
Jake
Jake
Browning,
Browning, Matthew Stafford,
Tommy
and
DeVito.
Desmond Ritter.
Wow. Oh yeah,
With
he did throw it like
23.
100 times to Drake London.
347 and a touchdown, and then ran for a touchdown.
Hey, before we move on from quarterbacks, Trey, can we get a pulse check on Browning? What are your thoughts there?
Yeah. Are you ready to get rid of Burrow?
That's what I was about to ask. But if they could package Burrow, let me ask you this: if they could package Burrow at this point for a couple first round picks
A couple.
like right now.
and a couple second round picks, would you be okay with that?
Fuck no.
You would need
They-
4 first rounders.
4. You think 4 first rounders?
4 first rounders. There's no doubt in my mind.
No, I'm furious. I'm furious if they get rid of him before. Like, if they do this tomorrow, I don't think they can technically do that. But you're saying right this second.
Yeah. And I mean, now if you take inventory of what you've got in your backup,
I
No.
think you could.
Oh, you can. Yeah, they could do it. But that's not what he's asking me. He's asking me how I'm gonna feel about it. And the answer is, I'm burning all of my shit. Or I won't burn it. I'll take it to like Goodwill or something. I'll let some other fucking Porsche like if he wins a Super Bowl this
Nice,
year,
dude.
then maybe, yeah. But just right now, fucking no. Fuck no.
I didn't actually get to watch any of that game, so I don't know how he actually did. I just know his fantasy output was good. Not
He's
that
good.
always plays, but
He's been really good. He made a couple of one really bad throw that ended up being an interception. But I think there were only 2 bad plays. Like where it was like, what the fuck kind of throw is that, dude?
He'll be just like any other rookie QB or any other first-time QB. Once you start to get tape on him, know what he does well, know what he does bad with, they're going to freaking
they're
kill
gonna
him.
pick him apart. Yep,
Yeah.
you're exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly right. That's why, like, you get these people like Will Levis that come in and just scorch the earth, and the next week it's like he's just like anybody else.
Yeah.
Or like he was the first half, first
But
3
this
quarters
is-
against
this
Miami,
is-
and then lit it up.
The
Yeah.
third week in a row. Well, second week in a row.
For Browning,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah. And then they have Minnesota this week.
So you
Oh,
just put
yeah,
a
but
big,
Whose
big old
defense is pretty
bagel,
good, but their
put a
offense is
big
terrible.
old bagel on the Raiders last week. So
Yeah. How do you
Be
feel,
careful with
Chase,
their
about
defense.
that the Raiders lost 3-0?
keep it losing. I hope he scores 0 points from here on out. We'll
but did they
ensure
cover the
0.
spread, Chase?
Yeah.
That's the important part. If you're gonna get skunked, you got to
I'm
cover.
pretty
the
sure we were favored.
spread. Oh gosh, That's even worse. That's
Yeah.
even worse.
No, you can't be as lucky as the Patriots and get the spread covered and lose 6-0.
That's right. That's the Patriot way right there.
Oh, they've been put down to a bagel?
I saw something today that said
Yeah.
that
The Chargers-
Belichick told Kraft, he said, I don't care if you trade me or release me at the end of the season, but one way or another, I'm going to Nashville. So somebody's like, oh, look, it's going to be the Titans' new defensive coordinator.
Oh, there's no way he did. There's no way he'll take it. Surely not.
Yeah.
I don't think he's done with football, though.
No.
I don't think he's done with football, but he's not going to take.
He
like,
will die on the football field.
He's going to take a head coach. Another team would like to have. I understand that the Patriots are not very good. I get that, but you cannot convince me that there are worse NFL head coaches than Bill Belichick at this point. At this point, right now, there's no way.
Brandon Staley.
There
is-
aren't or
Yeah,
there
said
are
the
worse.
Chargers is fucking on the chopping block. I'm pretty
No,
sure. Also.
that there aren't worse head coaches.
Oh, 1,000%. Josh McDaniels was the worst head coach in mankind history. Brandon
I mean-
Staley actually may be worse. I take that back.
But that's what I'm talking about. Like I don't think he'll ever go. He won't be a. I can't imagine he would ever be like some type of coordinator.
The
Yeah.
only coordinator, head coach ever again, I really don't think so because
he hasn't been a coordinator this decade.
No, he's
Or
not.
like since the 2000s.
Century, you mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
century. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
He won't be.
No.
He's not gonna take a. He'll take a head coaching job. So he's not gonna. I can't imagine that.
No, no
You
way.
think that he's gonna end up as an offensive or defensive coordinator?
Yes.
You think that Bill Belichick, after decades of head coaching and being one of the greatest performing coaches of all time, is going to be a coordinator?
I think that's the only job he's going to get during his
He's not
first
gonna-
year. Yes.
He won't. He'll quit coaching. There's no way he does that.
Uh,
Surely to God, he won't do that. Right?
I just think his head coaching did not translate to the new passing game, and no one's going to want him to lead a team.
I don't think that's him. I think that's he puts his offensive coordinator to handle it.
And obviously, he doesn't know how to hire an offensive coordinator because each one that he's had since McDaniels with Tom Brady has been absolute dog shit. So,
Well, he hired Matt Patricia, who was a defensive coach, as an offensive coordinator.
even more of a reason why he
Yeah.
should be your coordinator and not your head coach. Your head coach is in charge of the rest of your staff.
I don't think he's going to take a coordinator job to anywhere. I can't imagine that.
Defensive coordinator, dream job for him. Go somewhere, finish out your career.
There's no. I maybe I'm wrong, but I just can't imagine that he would do that. I mean, it's
What, he's 83? I mean, shoot.
72.
I was gonna say, he's not
not
that.
he's that old, but yeah.
He's 70. He's like 70 or 72.
Yeah,
I
I don't
think.
know. He's not young, but like I said, I mean, could you imagine him?
He wants to be up in the press box, man. He doesn't want to be on the field no more. He wants to have his binoculars, just look
Hey,
down at the game,
he
be like,
does
all right.
He broke up with his
Like,
old
what
lady.
are
He
you
got
talking
him.
Yeah, I just chatted with Bill. This is what he did. He said he wants to see.
He said, "Man, I call him Billy B. I call him every weekend, bro.
Yeah, Billy Badass.
Nick Walker on the phone, talk football." He actually
Hey.
told me first that he was going to get Randy Moss. He told me about it before anybody else. I knew.
No.
Hey, Bill's the one
Go
that told
get
me I could run 13 miles an hour.
Yeah.
The
did
dude,
we ever
hey,
taste that?
Fucking video.
hey, I will do that this weekend. I
Okay.
am for sure going to hit 12 miles an hour, no doubt. 13 will be a little rough for me, but there is no doubt in my
He said
mind
13
I
would be
will
a
get
little
12.
rough. Motherfucker, 8 is going to
What?
be.
Dude, I run 8 on the treadmill.
I'm
You
telling
don't
you, I don't-
understand.
I
I
don't
do that
believe
on a
that.
regular basis, like for minutes at a time.
How big
There's
a
no
difference
doubt
is it
in my
between
mind I
4
can
and
get
8?
to 12.
It's a lot
String and not get to 13. That's what's going to happen.
4 miles per hour more is a lot more.
I agree, but I'm going like half my speed at 8.
I'm so
You
tempted to
even
go
hit
to the lobby.
16?
I'm so tempted to go, or not to the lobby, to the athletic thing here.
Hey, I'm not doing a fucking thing this weekend. Where are you doing this?
I really want to go do it, but it's almost 10 o'clock.
I think
Yeah.
treadmills can reach a max speed of about 12.
Don't
So-
they get the 15? I thought they got the 15.
Well,
Like
they
a
did back in the
sportsy one.
90s, but they realized that we really couldn't be trusted with that, so they took it away.
You're probably right. I really want to go to the.
I ain't wearing
athletic
that clip.
here.
I'm either falling straight into the wall or I'm getting that 13. Shit.
It's just- Chase, I'm going to be in Owensboro, I think, next week one day.
All right, we'll go
And
upstairs
the
to the ninth
hospital
floor.
has-
They have treadmills.
No,
What-
motherfucker, you're not going to run it on a treadmill. You're going to chase
No,
after
it's fine.
a car.
I'll record it. I'll happily record it.
I
Yeah,
feel
but
like
somebody-
because
he
you all
needs
don't
to-
think I can get the 13, I
he
can do
needs
it
to
at
run
whatever
after a
environment
car
I
at
want
13
to,
miles
just not
per hour.
downhill. Just that's it. Not
You-
downhill.
There's plenty of I've been to Owensboro. There's plenty of flat places where you can get a car going 10 miles per hour. Because let's be real, a car going 10 miles per hour, that's not that fucking fast.
You
but
think
regular-
13 is
it's
super
okay,
fucking
like,
fast,
what?
apparently.
That's fast.
There's no way, Chase. You just can't do it. We
Y'all are-
can meet in the parking lot of Owensboro Health and do it.
I'll do it. Fuck
Just
it.
run it in a circle around the hospital.
Do you
Yeah.
what? Listen, hang on a second. Let me look at something real quick. Hang on a second. Let's see the.
Tyler's
Okay.
going dark.
Okay, Monday at 11:15. I've got something to do at Owensboro. Do you want me to get there early or late?
11:15,
do you wanna do-
That'll be right before my lunch.
So let's do it. Do you need lunch to get energized?
I need to do it during the weekend so I can recover for my job. My job is actually physically
What do you
demanding.
think-
I need my
You're not
legs.
competing in the Olympics,
Chase is-
Chase. You're making an attempt to get in 13 miles per hour. You're going to realize so fast within 2 attempts that you can't do it.
How fast do you think people are at the Olympics?
You're
Oh.
not in the Olympics, Chase. You're
Bro,
not
how
Yeah.
fast do you think people are in the Olympics? They're going so much faster than 13. Think about it.
I know.
If you're going 10 miles an hour, right, and you're going a mile, all right, how many minutes will it take for you to do it?
Can you run a 6-minute mile?
A
No.
6-minute mile?
Yeah, based on your math.
This what I'm saying is that God, y'all are so stupid. I could get 13. I could get 13. I could do it. I'm doing it. No doubt.
I wish I had the confidence in just everyday life that you have right now.
I'm about to go to the fitness center.
Live on stream.
Yeah, I'm. If all of my coworkers weren't here and could see the stupidity in doing this, if they were not here, I would go do it. I'm still considering going to do it just to show you that it's not like just so you can see. Because
I don't care.
you
can't do it. No,
That's reasonable.
I'm the one taking the all the reward after I hit this. You can't do this without me.
Yeah, and you do have a mechanical
Are
ACL.
you just going to do it without us being
Exactly.
present also? No. Hold on. We got to figure out. We need to all be there for this in person to witness.
There's no shot we're all gonna be in Owensboro to do this.
Every fucking almost goddamn Wednesday, we figure out a way to do this fucking podcast. If we can't figure something out,
Are we in person?
no, but theoretically,
make
we could
this-
all be meeting at the same place except
Hey,
for Tyler
no.
because he's out of town.
We'll have a special stream that I'll set up so that way we can do this live and have it on here.
Oh, y'all are nuts.
Okay,
I'm
let's talk
gonna
about
get it.
fantasy football because I got to go to sleep.
Top running backs: Zeke
Yeah.
and Brees Hall with 27, James Cook 25, Saquon and Mostert with 23. Wide
Zeke was the
receivers-
easiest call I think of ever. Once Ramondre Stevenson got hurt, I think everyone was on board that Zeke
He
was
had his
going to
bulk.
score. Yeah, Zeke
Did you
was
see what
gonna
Crowley said
promote
last
his
week
plane.
about Zeke?
No, what did he say?
He said that I guess he told one of his coworkers or something that his coworker was in between picking up somebody who's gonna be like a 1-week rental and picking up Zeke, and he told he was trying to pick up a 1-week rental. I can't remember who it was gonna be, but Crowley told him like, "Hey man, you should probably pick up Zeke. Like he's gonna be a good play." And the guy was like, "Yeah, I don't think so."
You're wrong.
That's terrible.
It's embarrassing. Sucks.
Man, it's fucking
That's sad.
damn.
Wide receivers: Debo with 34.
It's like 2 weeks in a
Yeah.
row, isn't it?
Yeah, Drake London with 29 and no touchdowns.
Dang.
DJ
And
Moore
reception.
27, Cooper Kupp 26, and DeAndre Hopkins 25.
D Hop, nice seeing him
Wow.
up there again.
7 catches on 12 targets for a $124 and a touchdown.
12 targets. Shit.
Man.
Then we had 2 tight ends go over 20 points this week.
Oh
Evan
my
Ingram.
God.
Evan Ingram with 11 for
Hmm.
95 and 2 touchdowns to get
Hey,
33.
let's go. Tight end start of the week. Didn't do a
Njoku
fucking thing for me.
was 27, 6 catches, 91 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And I believe all of that was in the first half. I don't think he had a fucking point.
I don't
after-
think he
after
scored in the
halftime.
second half.
Yeah.
I had him in a
Isaiah
couple
Likely.
leagues. Yeah.
Damn.
Isaiah Likely and Hunter Henry with 19, George Kittle with 17.
Is Andrews out for the rest of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah. He-
Yeah, he broke
like,
his ankle or something like
his
that.
leg was this way and his foot was that way.
I'll do it.
That was the Bengals game, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was early on too. It was like the first drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was when they got down in the red zone.
I may have to take Isaiah Likely off practice or off the taxi squad.
Something to think about.
Who's your starting tight end right now?
Dallas Goddard.
Oh, the dirt man.
He had a decent game last week coming back.
Not
from
too
his
bad.
form.
Yeah.
Trey, who's our bench warmers of the week?
Oh man, you
Bench warmers of the week.
gotta love this section.
your-
We had Big Jed not giving a fuck about his team. This week. doing his absolute best to score the lowest amount of points with Trevor Lawrence on the bench with 17.3. We got A.T.M. Young with the running back bench warmer of the week. Chase Brown, 19.5. Can't really blame him for not starting that guy, but it's starting to look like he might be startable also.
Yeah, what do you have? Like a big 50-yard touchdown or something like that?
I'm gonna say
Yes.
53.
22 miles an hour.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
he got the second highest speed of the season this
Yeah.
week.
Oh, was it 13 miles an hour?
It
It was
was
22.
Because Chase is an Olympic athlete. I don't know if y'all put this up in this
it's
conversation.
going to be the whole week to recover after chasing after this
He
ball.
ran as hard as he can, and he got into 22. If I run as hard as I can get 13.
Chase, when's the last time you full sprint? Like, when's the last time you did
It's
that?
been a while since I full sprint.
Yeah.
I run
You're not in high
regularly
school
on the
anymore,
treadmill
Chase.
upstairs.
It was on
At
his
8
original
miles an
ACLs.
hour.
Running on the treadmill is not the same.
Chase,
Bro.
you are
Different.
13 years removed from yourself in high school.
Running
when you were a
from
little toothpick was really fast.
Yeah, dude, running on a treadmill is not the
What are you
same.
trying to say? I still
Chase, ain't a
toothpick.
single one of us here as small as we were when we were in high school. I'm not. Listen, I weigh 210 right now. I'm not a little string bean anymore. You ain't gonna see me moving that
I wish I
fast.
weighed 210 right now.
Yeah, unless I'm in a car, I'm not going over 10 miles an hour. It's a fact.
Dude, I'll get
All right,
over
so
10, no
our
doubt.
wide receiver, bench warmer of the week, Jaden Reed with 20.5.
That's unbelievable.
He's been pretty good recently, right?
You know, who knows what's going on with the Green Bay receivers? I wouldn't have trusted him. I wouldn't have started him. And then, who's this motherfucker right here? Golf CC. This guy had Isaiah Likely on his bench with 19.3.
Not even on my bench. He's in my taxi squad.
Taxi squad, yeah. So, I mean, even worse, even
The
lower.
bench of the bench.
Yeah. But I think his was just one big play that he got. He technically does have 5 receptions, but a lot of that touchdown was a big fucking play, I'm pretty sure.
It's like a
was
50
it?
yarder.
I guess I didn't know that.
Yeah.
His touchdown was really long, and I think he had one decent sized catch, and then the rest of them were like just dinks.
Yeah, because he's 5 for 83?
Yeah.
And one
I think
touchdown?
the touchdown to Likely was like 40 or 50 yards, and then Lamar's touchdown to Odell was like 45 yards.
Yeah, that was a big one too.
All right.
So there's our bench warmers of the week.
Let's take a look at our start and sit records of the week from last week. Oh, Capitan.
Okay, so our starts and sits. We'll start with Tyler. I bet you can't guess his start, but his start sucked this week. So
Yeah, he didn't do very good.
yeah. So he scored 17.94. That's a miss.
Still not disappointed in that.
Your sit was Nico Collins. Apparently he got hurt, so that didn't count. So your record is 12-9.
I sat Nico Collins.
Yeah.
He got hurt on like the first drive.
Yep.
Yeah.
My start was Devontae Adams. He scored 12.3. That's a miss. But my sit was Alexander Madison. He got 6.6. That's a. So I got lost 1-1-1. So I'm 7-14. Trey went the smooth 0-2 this week. T. Higgins was a start, 9.3, didn't pan out. And then Kyron Williams was a sit, 14.3, didn't pan out. He's now a smooth 4-16. Will, he went 1-1. Justin Fields for his start, 24.72, very good. And then Travis Etienne was a sit, 17.2, didn't quite work out. So he is 8-15. Yeah. Boom. So do you just want to go straight to week 15 starts and sits?
Let's do it.
All right.
Trey, what you got?
Man, I'm gonna probably put some bad juju out in the air, but I'm gonna pick Jake Browning as my start.
As your
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Minnesota, they're good, but they've been playing good too. So we'll see what happens. But that's my start. And I have forgotten who the fuck I was gonna make my sit.
Boom. Think fast.
Mm.
There goes the end of my $12 peanut M&Ms. All right, my start of the week.
I haven't even got to my sit yet, motherfucker. Fuck up. God
Well, you
damn.
sat there quietly. I thought you just forgot that was part of it.
No, I'm looking. Oh, shit. Man, I'm gonna go. No, I don't want to fucking pick him. It doesn't matter. I'm not even in.
He doesn't matter.
I'm gonna pick Jared Goff to fucking absolutely suck it up against Denver.
I was thinking about that too, actually.
All right.
You went two quarterbacks.
Taylor.
I'm going last after Trey's comments. I just feel so attacked.
All right. Dak it is.
Yeah, and I'm going to sit Patrick Mahomes against the Pats.
Okay.
Bold.
Thought about that one also.
Well, I mean, I think he's going to be so unnecessary.
Yeah.
Their defense isn't terrible, but their offense is so bad. He's not. He can score a touchdown and he'll be. Yeah, I'm sitting Mahomes.
I'm going to start Michael Pittman.
Ooh,
Four
we get a
consecutive-
tough matchup too.
4 consecutive games over 10 targets. So feel pretty good about that one because I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball, so they're going to have to throw it.
Who they
And
play?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, good call.
And they're probably going to have to get it out quick. So he's probably going to have another 8+ catch game because it seems like Gardner Minshew loves throwing to him. And I'm going to sit James Conner against San Francisco.
That's probably a good one.
Didn't he did okay against him actually the last time though, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think he did.
It's too late.
Trey, what are your thoughts on how good Pittman's going to be whenever Anthony Richardson's the quarterback instead of Gardner Minshew?
How good or like what he will be?
Same thing, same question.
Okay.
I mean, he was still getting the targets.
Yeah. He's probably not going to get as many targets, but
I just feel like with Richardson, you pop up in the upside, just the floor's not really there.
Yeah.
Because I think Anthony Richardson's going to be able to just chuck that deep ball down there that he can get, but
yeah,
he's not going to pepper him with 18.
Well, it seems like they throw the deep ball more to Alec Pierce than they do anybody because Pierce has the speed to run by people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
By
true.
the way, James Conner's last game against San Francisco, he scored 6.6.
yeah, not
points.
good. I just looked. I was
Yeah.
going to say it, but I didn't get around to it.
So fuck you guys. Chase, who's your starting sit?
My start is DK Metcalf. Even if Geno isn't playing, I still think he gets peppered because didn't he get
Ejected?
Yeah. How early was that?
I was
First
right after
half.
halftime, I think.
Yeah, because I had him in my other league and he got that big catch and another catch and he stayed at 2 receptions for the rest of the game. I was like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, I was
And
actually curious about that too. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know he got tossed.
I just found out today
2
that he
catches
was
on
tossed.
5 targets. Let's see.
But he's that.
It was
he's
in
that
the fourth
big-
quarter.
Oh, it was in the fourth. All right. Well,
Yeah. Frustration
You can
spilled
catch him
over
again.
late in the fourth quarter after linebacker Fred Warner intercepted a Drew Lock pass. Following the play, Metcalf held Warner by the face mask for an extended period after the whistle and was hit with a disqualification as a result.
Sucking bitch. That's what you're saying.
And Philadelphia's secondary has not been playing fantastic as of late, so that's probably a good move.
I feel like they haven't played good all year.
Well, hey, so they traded for Kevin Byard.
Yeah.
His PFF grade is 67.3 since they traded for him, and the
Damn.
Titans signed Kayvon Wallace off Arizona's practice squad, and his PFF grade is like 68.3 or something like that. So better than what Byard's is with Philadelphia in the same time frame.
Dang.
Hmm.
Wow.
He just may need little growing pains there. My set is Calvin Ridley. I'm tired of hoping that this guy plays well or not. He's just sucks.
Can we-
for speed videos of him running routes in the off season?
Yeah, can we talk about this guy for a second? Do y'all feel like his season has been a success?
No.
Like, he's not on any of our teams, So if you
It's
had
been
him on your
so
team,
up and down.
yeah, would you
It's
be
been,
happy
it's
with
been
that?
up twice, down the rest. So I don't even know if you could say up and down.
Whose
He's
team is
had
he
4
on?
games over 20 points.
All right, 4 ups.
Well, I feel like
But
early on in the season, I was pretty vocal about him not being what everyone is hyping him up to be, because I feel like the NFL is one of those places you can't just take a gigantic amount of time off of. Like, you can't just. I mean, I feel like historically, you look at the people who have taken off like an extended period of time. You're Deshaun Watson, Kareem Hunt, like these people that have stepped away from the game and come back into it. They're not themselves.
Yeah, what you got against the
But
Browns?
here's the thing, though.
That's just
He's
the first
had
thing in my mind.
he's had 3 games under 6 targets.
That's what I'm saying. It's like maybe it's more of a you got so many mouths to feed, you got so many weapons. Evan Ingram,
Could be.
I think we all can agree, is probably one of the better pass catching tight ends in the
Well-
league. Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, probably the best third wide receiver on any team in terms of like how he ended last year and what he could have been before his injury.
I think you're probably.
Huh?
I think you're right. I mean,
Yeah.
even just as he is
And
now,
then you have
one
Calvin
better.
Ridley there, and then obviously Travis Etienne, who's a pass catching
catcher.
running back. Really, I don't
And-
think he's caught many passes this year, but he is capable of doing that.
So here's your other thing too. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is as good as what everybody says he is, because if you look at his catches versus target share, because I don't think Ridley has a ton of drops, but 8 catches on 11 targets, 2 catches on 8 targets, 3 catches on 7 targets, and then you go down 4 catches on 8 targets, 6 on 10, 7 on 9, and in the last 2 weeks, 4 catches on 8 targets and 4 catches on 13 targets last week.
But is this a? So I haven't
13.
watched
Oh
any
my
of these
God.
games. So is this a product of Trevor Lawrence having issues because he's had injuries?
Yep.
So I don't think you can't really. I mean, I don't feel like you can kind of
Yeah.
gloss over that. but
Injuries? Has he had any other injury besides the high ankle sprain?
something about his knee. He had a knee issue
Yeah.
there that ailed him for a little while, and I think
Yeah.
it was his right knee. It was his plant knee, wasn't it?
That's his push off.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that would affect his. I mean,
Yeah, well, because
I don't know, like
quarterbacks have to
quarterback
drive off their back leg.
yeah.
But-
I think
and-
it was his right knee that was having issues.
I mean, he's getting the snap share and he's getting the targets. He's just not getting full production because he's the number
Yeah.
25 wide receiver. So it's not like,
Not bad.
he's awful. Yeah. I mean, you would take 25 wide receiver as your second or third receiver all day long.
Sure.
But your people were drafting him as their wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
he was
is what
getting
I'm
drafted
saying.
He shouldn't be
so
your
high.
he shouldn't be your wide receiver 1.
Yeah, so in my opinion, that's a disappointing season, especially with how Jacksonville ended last year, how great Christian Kirk was for so long, and no one believed that Christian Kirk was a wide receiver 1.
Whoa.
Well,
Whoa.
nobody believed that
A
after
true
the
wide
contract
receiver 1.
that he
A
got.
true
Yeah.
wide receiver 1. Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson. No, you're stupid. Wide
You just
receiver
got
1.
that.
No, he is not. He's a
No, he's
great
not. He's
wide
not.
receiver 2.
But they paid him like he was.
Hey,
Yeah.
shit, they
20
paid Zay
million a year.
Jones like he was a tier wide receiver 2, wide receiver 1 tier. I mean, geez. But my point is, Calvin Ridley, he was supposed to be your wide receiver 1. There really isn't a wide receiver 1 in that offense because the mouths are all having to be fed.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yep.
Good point.
That's why he's my sit.
Sense.
Well, you'll either hit or he's going to score 25 points. I mean,
Yeah.
Nah, he ain't scoring that. Who's he playing anyways? I don't even care.
Who do they play? They play Baltimore in Jacksonville.
Oh, they're screwed.
Yeah.
I'll put a win for me right now.
Here's what I did with the spread and over under for the games this week. So close spreads, which bodes well, should be good matchups.
We can hear feedback from someone's phone. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
you said
where
someone's phone because I'm the only one that's on my phone.
Did I say phone? I said we're
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm
You
like,
did.
I'm not. I haven't moved an inch since we've been doing this. Like, I'm in the
Bro,
same
shut your
spot.
phone up.
I don't hear it anymore.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, my game with Grant is projected to be the closest, and then Wendell's a small favorite over Jed, and then Grant Robinson. He scored a lot of points this year, but his record doesn't have anything to show for it, and is a 7.3 point favorite over Trey, and then Chase is an 8 point favorite over Hayden. So, should be some interesting matchups.
Do you still have the metric or whatever do you want to call it that is our records without the median?
Yes. So,
What's Grant Robinson's?
I thought it was 4-9 last
it's-
week.
yeah, it's 5-9. So, without the median, Tyler and Chase are both 10-4. I'm 9-5. Sweet Pea's 8-6. Grant Collins and Hayden are both 7-7. Trey and Wendell are 6-8. Grant Robinson 5-9. Jed 2-12. So the playoffs, the people in the playoffs don't change. The seedings do. Chase gets a bye, and then I get the 3 and play Hayden, and Sweet Pea gets the 4 and plays Grant Collins. If you go without the
Where would I be?
same spot,
You're so annoying.
Where am I now?
same spot. So what's really interesting though
What?
is our record with potential points, because that changes the entire playoff picture.
I just want to answer that question. I'm actually at the very, very top.
Potential points?
Yeah, you may not.
So
I'm at the top.
if you look at our potential points,
He's ignoring the
And-
shit out of me.
yep, I sure am. Tyler would be 24-4 if you looked at just potential points instead of 21-7. So look, you could be better. So you suck.
You're right.
Dang.
Honestly, this is an every year thing for me. Every year, this is par for the course.
Sweet Pea and Chase would both be 20-8. Then Grant Collins would be 4 at 15-13.
Oh, what a gap!
Trey would be 5th at 14-14.
It hurts to know I could have done better.
Grant Robinson would be 6th at 13-15. Hayden would be 7th at 11-17. Wendell would be 8th at 10-18. I would be 9th at 9-19. And then Jed would be last at 4-24. Yeah.
And you're in the playoffs.
I go from
You know
17
what's
and 11
funny?
to 9-19 if you look at potential points.
Oh my god.
It doesn't matter what fucking metric you pull up. It doesn't matter what fucking angle you take
Poor
to look
Jed's
at
not-
it. Jed's always at the fucking bottom.
Poor Jed.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I look at his team and I just like
I
they're
still can't
not
believe it.
bad. Like I don't. He has a.
We talk about it
like-
every week. Yeah.
I know it's so frustrating because like I look at his team and I sit there and think I wouldn't mind having that team because they're like he's got a lot of good young players.
Young
If he had his-
players. Yeah.
If he had his own first round pick,
Yeah.
he'd be in a really good spot.
Yeah.
You're
It
welcome.
doesn't
Will.
help that he has
Appreciate
3 Jacksonville players starting on his starters.
Yeah.
One of them being a running back quarterback duo.
Who's the,
For some reason,
who's
I've
the
never liked that the
He's got
quarterback running
Ridley,
back duo.
Etienne, and Lawrence.
Who's the first one you said, Will?
Ridley.
He has Ridley?
He
I
doesn't.
thought he does, doesn't he?
No,
No,
Zay
no,
Jones.
G-Rob. G-Rob,
Zay
sorry.
Jones.
Oh,
is the
yeah.
one that he's
Sorry.
starting right now.
Wrong receiver.
He does
Yeah.
have Will Levis though. That's pretty good.
That helps.
Yeah, he was mad that I picked Anthony Richardson.
Hey, speaking of Jed, who the hell is Jake Bobo?
He's a wide receiver for the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's had a couple good games.
Did he? I mean, whenever
Yeah,
I saw
I mean-
that he dropped Jake Bobo, I was like, man, I think he was like going for Bo
So-
Jackson or somebody and just accidentally picked up this white dude.
What the hell?
He's grasping for straws at this point, I think.
So week 7, he had 16 points, 4 catches on 5 targets, 61 yards and a touchdown. Week 8, he had 10.6, 2 catches for 23 yards. So he scored some other way. and I don't know how, and it won't tell me.
Lit.
So, but other than that, he
Sure.
hasn't. He scored 7.5 and 6.3, and other than that, it's been 3 or 1 or nothing. Like last week, he played 17% of the snaps and didn't get a target.
It's a good game right there.
I think that's why he's on the waiver wire.
So, I don't know if you guys have anything else. Case had the only waiver pickup with
Jake
Jake
Browning.
Browning for $32.
I may
do
start him.
I do have something that I thought I wanted to make sure you guys saw. Can you hear me if I do this?
No.
All right. So, seriously, can you hear me or no?
Yes.
No.
Okay. I don't care what you think, Chase. So this was a sleeper thing, and it was the all sleeper fantasy regular season team, and this is all people who either started out as well outside of their of the draftable positions for their position. So Brock Purdy was number 1. He was drafted as QB 18, and he's now QB 5.
Damn.
Raheem Mostert was drafted as RB 45, and he now sits at number 2.
Damn.
Rashad White was drafted at 28, and he now sits at RB4. Puka Nacua was drafted at wide receiver 90, and he's number 10.
Damn.
Nico Collins was drafted at 66, and he's 12. Laporta was drafted at 16, and he's number 3. Kyron Williams was literally undrafted, and he's RB 11.
Damn.
Yeah, I thought that was really I saw that, and I thought, man, that's pretty crazy. But that's the kind of stuff, just like everybody that had the terrible draft like that. Pulling the trigger on those people is how you I gave him a lot of crap for picking up Puka Nacua for $150, but looking back on it, I wish that I had done it too.
Yeah.
Well, especially in Dynasty, now it's huge. So, I will say in that 12-team league, I did notice I was trying to find out which draft pick was the best. I drafted Sam Laporta in the 14th round. I feel like that
That's a good
was
pick.
very helpful.
Yeah.
Chase, do you remember how much money you bought Justin Jefferson for in our Dynasty League?
10.
It was $50. You paid $50 for him because he had one good game, and I talked so much shit to you about it.
Yep.
You're the
$51.
only one. Yeah, was it 51?
Yep.
$51 because you're the only one to put a bid in on him.
Well,
So-
and you know who dropped him 6 days before that?
You,
Brad
Brad
Brad.
did.
I don't have Justin
Yeah.
Fields on my team.
Jefferson.
Jefferson, sorry.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Amon Ra, I dropped him and Trey picked him up.
Damn.
Yep.
But
I heard
that purchase of $51 is why I paid $55 for Christian Watson. Because the highest pay that I could remember anyone putting down on a player was that $50 that you put on Justin Jefferson. So I was like, this guy I got to give at least $50.
Damn. And that was when we were before a Dynasty League. So we were
Yeah.
using Fab even then. That's pretty
Yep.
cool.
Yeah, we've used that Fab for a really long time.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember the
Fab is it.
we did?
Yeah.
The
The
what?
what?
Auction
Auction.
draft? We did an auction draft. one.
Yeah.
That was
Dude, I
fun.
had AJ Green, David Johnson, and somebody else on my team that year.
I
had a
think
good team.
I couldn't draft that year.
Because you were out doing sprints.
Yeah.
Trying to work up to that 13.
I don't remember this auction draft, so I must have not
Must
drafted.
have tripped and fell, landed on his head.
I don't remember my team, and I just remember we did it, and the reason people didn't like it is because it took forever.
It does take forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it conceptually. I thought it was really cool, but whenever it takes 4 hours to do a draft, it's it's not really worth it.
Well, my brother's the auction draft, the co-league we're in, it literally takes 5 hours to finish the draft. We have to do it on a Sunday, start at noon, and then we're done at dinner.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't want to do that.
Crazy.
We're starting to drop off in that league. We're still in second place, but I think we're down 70 points to first. It's fucking stupid.
Is it all-time points for the year?
We go all the way to week 18. You gotta. It's just the total points for the entire year. Whoever has the most points at the end of the year wins. First and second has really separated themselves, and it's my brothers and I in second, and then whoever the guy in first, he's been lighting it up.
So
But
do
we
you have
started Justin
matchups?
Jefferson, huh?
Do you have matchups each week, or do you just set your
We
lineup?
technically do, but it doesn't matter because all they look at is the points for, and then that's your rank for the week. They do pay weekly winners, but just to tell you, so it's points for, but our matchups we're 7-6 or something like that. So we've played like the top team every week basically. But last week we started Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, C.J. Stroud. I think there was
Basically,
one
everybody
other.
that got injured.
Exactly, and so because of that, we fell off hard. So we gotta make up some ground these last 4 weeks if we want to win the big pot. It's annoying.
That's
That's how it goes.
all right, gentlemen. I gotta go to bed.
All right, shitheads.
There it is.
We're out. See you next week.
See you guys.